Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine. I am Richa Sharma and welcome back to my channel Grow with Richa. So in today's video, I am going to share 7 productive things which you can do before joining a B school if you have some spare time at your hand. So let me tell you, some of these things I have tried myself and has really benefited me while I was joining my B school, and some of these things I did not try because either I was lazy enough not to try or simply I didn't know about them. So I'll be sharing the list, but before that I want to just mention one thing. So guys, if you have this spare time at your hand, maybe 15 days or 1 month, take this time to rejuvenate yourself personally. Work on your physical health, work on your mental health, and also spend some time with your friends and family. Spend some time doing your hobby, which you are doing things which you like. And then you can take out 2 hours or 3 hours from your daily routine and work on some of these 7 things I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let's get started with the video. First thing I want to tell you is working on your induction assignment. Yes, that should be your priority. Most of the colleges share their induction assignment around 1 month prior to the start of the college, and many students, even I had that doubt that is it useful to do induction assignment, is it going to help me in any way? And yes, let me clear the air and tell you here that it is going to be very useful. So what happens in induction assignment, it has different sections like marketing, consulting, HR, finance. So what you can do, you can pick up one section at a time and start attending those. Okay, so how it will help you? From my personal experience, I can give you an example how it helped me. Finance was very new to me. Okay, so when I started doing my finance assignment, it had questions from balance sheet, from cash flow, and I spent some time doing those questions. And I got a basic idea of those things. And when I was actually attending my finance classes or my accounting classes, it was not something very alien to me. I had a basic idea and it really helped me. So that's why you should do your induction assignment. And so if you are someone who is working professional or is serving notice period, you might not have that much time in your hand. In that situation, just go through all the questions first, and you can pick up the things which you find most difficult or which you haven't worked on ever. So that's what I did, and it really helped me. Okay, the second point is writing and practicing a solid introduction of yourself. It has to be done in 2 formats. First, it can be 1 to 1.5 minute long, and second, it has to be 2.5 minute to 3 minute long. So some recruiters just want to have your brief introduction, and some might give you some more time like 2.5 minutes to give a proper introduction about yourself. This is the thing you should work on if you have some time, and you should practice it in front of mirror, or in fact you can record yourself. After recording yourself, when you see the recording, you can see your body language, you can see your gestures, and then you can improve gradually after seeing the recording. Okay, that's my second point. Now the third point is working on your CV. So you might say that, okay, our college is going to have a different format, we don't know the format yet. Yes, I know all these things and that's valid. But what I am asking you to do is to prepare some solid points in each header. So the basic structure of any CV remains same. So CV will have some points for the work you have done in your past work experience, or some points for the internship if you are just a fresher. Then it will have point for achievements for extracurricular, things like that. So start thinking what you are going to put in those headers. Okay, you need not form correct sentences, and it need not to be very solid as of now, but you should have a basic idea what you are going to put into those sections. Okay, and then second point, so most of the colleges will not accept your CV points without any proof. So what I mean by proof is that you have to get the validation from someone for those points. For example, if you have worked on a project, then you have to get a validation from your manager. Or if you have won some certificate or some award in your college, then you have to get a validation from your professor. So in the last moment, getting to your managers and getting to your professors might take some time, and I have seen my batchmates struggling in this situation. So I would highly recommend you to reach out to them now itself. You can just drop a text or drop a mail saying that, hey, I have worked under you on this project, and I might need your approval later at a later point in time. So just give them a heads up. Okay. Now the fourth point is researching about different domains. If you are someone who is very sure of what is the profile or what is the domain he wants to get into, well and good. And if not, you can try and research about those domains from now onwards. You'll have a better understanding, of course, once you get into B school. But even now, you can research about these domains. And how? Very simple, through LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, reach out to your alums, to your seniors or alums from different colleges, and first of all connect with them, and second, check about their project description, the hierarchy they have gone through, and you can connect with them. Like, connect in the sense, you can drop them a message, you can drop them a mail, and I'm not saying that most of them will reply, but some of them might reply, and you can have one-on-one conversation with them. So this way you will get to have a basic understanding of the different domains. Okay. Now the fifth point is enhancing your LinkedIn profile. If you do not have LinkedIn profile, go and create that just now, right now. And if you have LinkedIn profile, you can work to enhance it further. For example, enhancing in the sense, you do not have to do some hi-fi things. Some basic things like fill out all the information completely. Fill out your graduation details, your work ex details, fill out the project details you have done, fill out the achievements, tag the certificates, tag the certifications you have done. So this way you'll have at least a complete LinkedIn profile. Okay, there are other ways to enhance it further, which I might discuss in another video. Sixth thing, preparing some basic HR questions. So HR questions would definitely be a part of your induction assignment. But if you are someone who is just serving his notice period and does not have time to look into all those questions, there should be some basic HR questions which you have to put some thought into right now. Some of the questions can be your strengths, your weakness, your hobbies. Tell me something which is not on your resume, or where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why MBA? So to answer this question, why MBA, you can go to description box and there is a link of the video. You can open that. I've suggested 5 points why to do MBA. Coming to the last point, last but not the least, do some certifications to upskill yourself. So don't do certifications just to put on your CV. Do some certifications so that you actually learn those skills. There are some basic skills which will be really helpful and handy in B school. For example, Excel or PowerPoint presentations. So you can do some certifications in those areas, or some certifications which are like the need of the hour. For example, digital marketing or Google Analytics. So these are some certifications which you might do if you have some time in your hand. I'll also do a detailed video on some of the certifications which you can do before joining a B school. And if you found this video really helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like the video and comment down below if you have further queries. Thank you. Tada!